Welcome back to Love, Lies, and Lace Fronts, where we do reactions, reviews, and commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. Guys, are you subscribed to this channel? If you're not, you need to be. Hit your notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a video, when I go live, and drop another video for you. Also, follow me on Instagram. That way you can keep up with what I'm doing, okay? If you enjoy channels like this and commentary, consider becoming a member. Otherwise, guys, BougieGang Gang, it's an open thing. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so you can participate in the chats. And I will see you next time I hit that live button. Okay? Take care. Bye. Hey guys, how are you?
You could be doing opposed to being on my page, bitch, cause I ain't got nothing for you nothing ass bitches.
Hey y'all, good morning. How is everybody doing? Happy Thursday. My goodness. This week has gone so fast. Honestly, I'm so grateful that it's gone fast because most when it goes slow, it's like slow torture, but it's gone so fast and I love when the weekend is almost here. I'm not even going to complain. So happy Thursday, everybody. Guys, really quick, I just want to say happy birthday to Anisha. Do I have my dates correct? Okay, today's the 26th. Guys, let's just I feel like I did not get to say happy birthday to Mary Blue. Mary Blue, if you're in here, happy birthday. Her birthday was the 24th. Tiffy baby was yesterday, the 25th. Anisha is today. Happy birthday, Anisha. All of you, we are so grateful and thankful that mom had a baby and it was you. Okay, we are grateful and that you are in the place and that you are adding and not subtracting to our community here. Virgo lady, good morning. Where are you? Virgo lady, her birthday is today as well. So Virgo lady and Anisha are birthday sisses. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. um let's not be toxic friends, okay? Let's not be toxic friends. We're gonna be the right kind of friend, okay? Virgo lady Anisha, happy birthday, love. We are celebrating you today. It's your birthday. And it's the day mom had a baby and it was you, okay? And we're grateful for that. Tiffy baby was yesterday. Mary Blue was the day before, okay? Guys, it's officially Virgo season. Don't get it twisted. Anna's Antics. She gave birth to a Virgo boy, maybe the day or two before yesterday. So we are, thank you for adding to our Virgos. Anna, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we certainly appreciate. Mary Blue, is that you, girl? Happy birthday. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, let's start with the birthdays. Yes. Yes, good morning. Let's start things the right. Let me tell you something, guys. I'm going to be super honest with you. Um you know that there's a lot of negativity in YouTube, right? Raquel Amazing 98, girl, I'm putting you on the list, okay? We're going to start with the Libras soon. I need to just make a birthday list. Don't Arlene Booker. Arlene Booker, I have been looking for you in this chat. Good morning, hun. We are going to need an update if you can call in. We want to hear how the lovebirds are doing. Is everything going well? Which is that's the hope. Raquel, please don't kill me. Type your birthday in again. Was it 9/8? I'm going to have to do a Virgo birthday spreadsheet because this is, but actually I'm going to make a Google Doc. I'm going to get you guys in there, but I'm going to make it just a simple form, your YouTube name and your birthday. That's it. Don't give me your legal name. If your legal name happens to be your screen name, so be it. But just, and I don't want the year. If you want to tell how old you are, that's fine. 9/8. If you want to give us your age, but we'll just go with fabulous, okay? Age fabulous, or 20 fine, or 30 fine, 40 fine, 50 fine, 60 fine, 70 fine, 80 fine, okay? Or just fine, okay? Fine, all right? Okay, guys, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I feel like I've been kind of in a bad mood. Lady B Ashley 915. Okay, lady, I got you. Why did YouTube change the emojis? I don't know, but they look awful, don't they? Arlene Booker, good morning. Dropping babies to school and heading to work. They are actually okay, we'll talk. Send maybe I have your email, or send me a note if you do want to do a recap or just a mom cap. Let us know what's been going on, how you're getting along. I think Arlene is a mommy of either maybe 5 girls, and she's blessed. She's been with her husband since like teens, and they are grown. And her big girl just went off to be a big girl and move in with her boo. And she called in one day and was concerned and just needed some mom support, and we gave that to her. And she's such a beautiful woman, and we love her. Arlene is 9-1. So Arlene is a baddie out here doing her mom thing. And I love keeping up with your story and just hearing about what's going on with you. So if you're busy today, hun, no problem. Send me an email. Maybe whenever you're free, we can even do like a little sidebar chat and let us know what's going on so the people can get an update. All the people that know your story, and maybe we can recap a little bit of when you told us your story, because it's quite possible that there's another mommy out here going through it or will go through it and want to hear how someone in the community handled that. Hey, Tasha, good morning, hon. Yes, yes. Guys, I just dropped Farah off at school. Guys, have you ever felt like you're on the verge of tears? Like, like someone could say something and it's like, like, just there, like you're there, it's right there. You know how like Ayanla's like, it's right there, baby. Let it out. Let it out. I'm not having that feeling. Cheryl Wise, we got you, boo thang. We got you. We got you. Mary, how was Farah's? Farah said her first day was, did she say amazing? I spoke to Tasha yesterday afternoon and she asked, how was Farah's first day? I said, well, you ask her. And I think she said it was amazing. maybe she said amazing or she used a superlative. Okay. She said, like, maybe I'm going to say amazing. I could be paraphrasing. I could be quoting. She liked it. She really did. Um, and, she's having a good experience so far. So I am truly grateful because there is nothing worse than your baby coming home. I don't care how old they are, first day of school, first day of work, first day of anything, and they're in tears or they're not happy. It's a pain that if you are not a mommy yet, or you have a little one, even when they're crying for milk or whatever, or they're hungry, it's a pain that you amazing. It's a pain that you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's awful. It's awful. Um, it hurts your heart, right? So it made my heart smile yesterday that, like, yes, you know what I mean? Like, I did a let's do this. Riza, good morning. Guys, good morning. I feel like we've greeted everyone. This was like beautiful. And I really appreciate the positivity because I've never called myself an empath before. Um, I've heard people say that, but I've never attached myself to that. But I do kind of vibe off people's energies. I'm just going to be honest. And I feel like I've been on a kind of negative vibe a little bit, at least for me as a self proclaimed super happy person. And it really has had a bad effect on me. And I feel like, um, I don't know. It's just, it's doesn't feel good. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Sabrina. March 6th. Good morning. Good morning. I'm gonna have a birthday list. I am gonna make a form, which I can do that pretty easily through my website, and I can drop a link, and it'll formulate in a Google Doc. So all I would want is a YouTube screen name, and you can even smush it to get, like, however you want to do it, but make sure, like, I know who you are. It will only be in my possession, and that you can count on. But I will say, oh, hoes of YouTube, happy birthday, it's such and such. So that's it. Okay, and that's all. So if you want, you could just drop and say Virgo, Aquarius, whatever. Okay. And just it's whatever your comfort level is. All right. But you got to give us something to let us know where you're at. So you can give us your zodiac, or you can give us your birthday. You can give us both. And I'm not going to extend it any further. That's it. Because I don't want to be in the information gathering business on anyone in this collective, other than fun stuff and stuff that is promoting smiles. Okay. Smiles and giggles. All right. Um, there was a cloud over the mom community, and certainly, look, opinions are opinions are opinions. People can feel a certain way, but feelings are not necessarily facts. They're facts to them, and govern yourselves accordingly. You know what I mean? If something doesn't make you feel good, don't do it. Right. Just like I've always said, reaction videos are not for you. They are about you. I do not suggest watching them. I don't watch reaction videos about myself. That being said, there are people out there who feel like reaction videos are negative, and that's fine. They also do feel, there are people out there who feel like there are positive reactions, right? And sometimes something may be critical, but it's for the good. It may not necessarily be always for the bad, right? Hi, V Love BBW. How are you? Um, Good morning to everyone. I did not do like a individual hello today because we had some birthdays and everybody greeted each other, which was a beautiful thing. So good morning, good morning, good morning to everyone coming in the door. Um, Thank you for being here. Okay. Thank you for adding to this experience, because that's what you're doing by being here. Thank you. But I just, I really had to do like some research. The nerd in me had to do a little bit of research. I'm just going to ask you guys, if you have not hit the like button yet, please do so. I certainly would appreciate it. It helps for the overall vibe. Shouts out to Tarot Card Bay, who will be in the house on Saturday. We are going to be doing some baddie tarot card readings, and the line is forming. So I think I'm gonna have to make another form, another sign up sheet. So bear with me. This morning, I promised to have it published today. The hope is by 5 o'clock. Give me a little bit of time. It doesn't take long. I just have to get there. And you know, your girl wears lots of hats. So just bear with me. I will get it done. We're going to do a sign up sheet and we are going to do a birthday list of all birthdays. Okay. So, anyone who wants a reading, um, there'll be a certain amount of free readings, and then she'll be taking also, if you don't get through on the free reading, she is doing a special for Bougie Gang, and you can get a more extended reading, like a 9 card, I think, possibly. I don't quote me. I'll get the exact from her. And I think she was doing like a special price for Bougie Gang. Okay. So, and you know, she's awesome. And I have something else coming up this week featuring Tarot Card Bay. But Tarot Card Bay is a friend to our channel. And she's basically a sis out here. She is a sis on these YouTube streets, but I'm gonna call her a sister channel, because she came and collabed with me last month to do some tarot card readings. And let me tell you something, honestly, I refer back to my reading all the time because it gives me encouragement. And when I'm feeling blue, or I'm feeling like I need to refocus, and I'm looking at my vision board that I created last January. Anyone who was part of the vision board experience last in the beginning of the year, we will be getting together on that topic on Francoise Vlogs very soon. If you were in there, if you worked on your vision board, can you please be on the lookout? I will post something and we're going to talk about it. Like, where are you? We are almost at the end of third quarter. Where are you in relation to your goals? Either having them, like, checking the list off, or just working towards them, even if it was one small step. Anna's Antics is in the house, the new mommy. Um, Anna, congratulations on being a mummy again. Anna gave birth to a Virgo. What a wonderful thing. And you are blessed, and thank you so much for being in the house today, girl. New mommy, yes, that new mom energy. Thank you so much. That superwoman, that super strength that it takes to have a baby, to raise a baby, love on these babies, and be a mama. Okay. And yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot, guys. It's a lot. If you are not a mommy yet and you are looking for some personal growth in your life, become a mom, and you will be stretched and pulled and challenged in ways you never knew. Okay. But it's rewarding. And it's one of the best things that you will ever do in your life is become a mommy. Okay. And that's all the mommies, the step mommies, the surrogate mommies, the stand in the gap mommies, the foster mommies, the mommy mummies, the grandmommies, the auntie mommies, all the mommies. If you care and love on a child who needs it, whether it's just a hug from auntie, because mommy is in your ass, you are appreciated. Okay. Guys, there's just been some toxicity in the air, and I'm not going to blame it on any one person. We all contribute to it. Okay. We all do in one way or the other. So let's just own that. I'm not trying to drive the trash truck through the mommy sector. But we're going to just all cop to it. If you click on it, it's negative. Anisha, good morning, hon. Anisha, you are a birthday girl today, and we wished you happy birthday. So if you're just coming in and you missed all the accolades, as Nene Leaks would say, scroll back and you can absorb and soak it all in. But we are wishing you a happy birthday, hon. Happy birthday. Okay. Yes, the toxicity I think it peaked. You know how they say, oh, the C19 has peaked, or this has peaked, that has peaked, the flu C, whatever has peaked. It's hit a high. I think it hit a high the other day, but also hitting that high, I think in the realm of toxicity, which is negative, it probably hit a all-time low. And it made me feel a way. It's made me feel a way, but it made me feel a way. And you know, I'm very disappointed. I mean, why would I be disappointed in someone who has consistently demonstrated a lack of regard for people? Um, Olivia, why would I? Yeah, it just was. It was like the lowest of the low, and it made me sad for strong mommy Chrissy, but really sad in the realm of mad. I was really just kind of like, you didn't need to take that. And I hope you understood. Most some people that maybe didn't listen to all of my commentary may have felt like it was a certain way, but at the end of the day, I feel like it just I've gotten commentary before in the comments from friends and associates who will say, like, yeah, don't respond when something negative, because it happens to all of us guys. You could have a freaking knitting channel and they're coming for you. You know what I'm saying? They may not come for you today, but get something viral, noticeably let your subscriber count boop, and somebody might have, you know what I mean? Like, there's going to be somebody who's going to be like, what? My videos are better than hers, or she's not consistent. That's so not fair. Or just all of the things, right? Or you're wrong. You're not smart. You're not up on this topic. You haven't been there since, all the things that people say to discredit, and in their mind that might be okay. Okay, people's opinions are people's opinions, right? um I've had friends tell me, don't respond, don't get into it, da, 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 da. And I had that feeling yesterday for the first time. I never really, I'm kind of like, girl, do you? You know what I'm saying? Get it out, sis. Do what you got to do, sis. Whatever. It made me, I was a little upset because I felt like Chrissy didn't need to clock in on the third or fourth time. That's just my opinion. It doesn't make her wrong. I was disgusted with Olivia at the depths of which she went, because at the end of the day, Jasmine was absolutely out of order for what she did in divulging like some of the most deepest secrets that someone could tell you as a friend. And sit there, and I know she didn't tell it to her all the day before yesterday. For Olivia to have the depth of knowledge, these conversations have been going on for a minute. Okay, you don't just sit down and say, girl, or let me plug in and I'm gonna give you a download, like in the Matrix. You know, guys know I love the Matrix, and I always refer to it. You don't just sit down in a chair and get a download. She has been, as Chrissy was using, not using, but as Jasmine was a confidant for Chrissy, clearly Jasmine has been, Olivia has been a confidant for Jasmine, and she has been sharing information to the point where Olivia is knowledgeable. Not that she just knows some of her business, she knew her business. She knew it, and it had been discussed, it had been updated, it had been it had been banked for future use. And what happened when Chrissy and Jazz fell out, but good, and it's been released, they have gone public in their breakup of friendship. um Olivia was waiting. She had her bank book. Remember, all of us used to go to the bank with our little book, to go get our, put $10, put our Easter money, or put money, put that check that your grandma sent you. Now grandmas are sending cash apps, okay? But my grandmother used to send me a check, okay? Or she would fold up really small as if it would make a difference in a card and put it in the mail. And my mom would take me with my little book to go and make a deposit or make a withdrawal, because I wanted to go. I saved up for my bike, okay? Um, Olivia sat down and clocked in, and it was just an awful display. And honestly, it made me feel a way. Honestly, yesterday I felt like super angry. And once I went live with you guys, I feel like I kind of got out what was making me feel bad, but it was very toxic. The feelings, and yeah. And it was the irony to me. I don't even want to say the hypocrisy, but I just said the hypocrisy of it all. I would just say more of the irony is really my thought on that. Um, is yesterday Olivia talked about, and I didn't even listen to her whole live, but I went back and I heard part of it, and then I had to mom, and then I went back. Is her acknowledging the negativity. And I think sometimes as adults, we realize, like, you know what, girl, I made a left. I should have made a right. Let me course correct. I'm not me at this moment. And, or this is not me. This is not the me that I want. Maybe that is you, because we all have good and bad. We all have positive, negative. It's in us. But at the end of the day, what we tap into is what we tap into, right? Um, and she talked about that the mom sector, that this sector was very small, and it was extremely negative, and that she hoped to get out one day. And my thought is, you don't, in YouTube, I don't think you get out of a sector. In theory, to me, is that you expand the sector. So, like, let's just say for instance, how maybe, let's just say, I'm going to use Chrissy for instance. She's in the mom sector. Let's just say one of her cooking videos hits, and all of a sudden people are noticing her more for her cooking. Like, let's say Jay Morrell too, Jay Morrell Stewart. She's a large family mom. So she was kind of a large family mom. Then she started to become really known for her homeschooling, because she had that website and had lots of homeschooling advice and materials, and companies that she would represent, right? But then she started really getting popular for her large cooking, okay? And she said one time she did a video and she said, y'all, did y'all know I was a cooking channel? She said, I was at a conference and they say I'm a cooking channel. And she was like, I did not know that. Some people are really just tuning into me for my large family cooking. And then they're finding other things. So it's kind of like whatever niche someone enters the door in is maybe the niche that you could potentially be in and expand. So the good news in that is, we are not monoliths here. And we are complicated, multifaceted people. And if you have a channel, whatever you're doing, think big. Don't think small. Think big, and know that you're not a one-trick pony. You know what I'm saying? And just because I'm in the mommy sector, I'll speak for myself. I'm not just a mommy sector commentator that commentates on the three mommies. And you guys know that I talk about other channels, that we discuss and that we get updates on. And we talk about other things, and we might weave in, because that's a common thread amongst a lot of us. And I acknowledge that my audience, that's a common thread, right? Morning, Della. Good morning, Marsha. Guys, we did a summary good morning. So if you're just coming in and you missed it, when this runs through, hit the slide bar back, or hit the slide bar back. You just won't be in real time. But good morning, everyone. And we will have a birthday list. I promise. Tomorrow I will have something so you can have a link. Go pop your birthday in. And I'm going to stress, nothing personal. Don't give us the year. It's only going to be seen by me, but don't give us the year. Just give us your month and day. And if you want to pop your sign, your zodiac sign, and you can do either or both. There's no right or wrong. You want to do Virgo? Why do I always say Virgo, guys? I'm so like singular focused. But if you want to say Aries, Aquarius, whatever, or your birthday or both, that's fine. Okay. It just gave me some thoughts, guys. And I always want to, when I click on to create a video or to hit a live stream, I want to give you the best. If I can't give you the best on that day, I'm not coming. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not giving. I'm a Virgo. Okay. Like, period. Like, I can't give you like not the best of me, right? And that's my promise to you, but that's really more of my promise to me. And I'm not going to just come on here and half-ass it for you. Like, you're getting the real. And there's some days that I'm going to be gutta with it. There's some days that I'm going to be prim and proper with it. There's some days that I'm going to be happy with it. And there's some days that I'm just like, guys, it's a grind right now. It's a grind. Mary Blue, I don't know if you're here yet, but happy birthday, hun. Monday, I don't know. Was that the day I was low energy? I don't know. This week has been a little bit of a blur. Mary Blue, happy birthday, hun. I don't know. I don't remember, honestly, Monday. I'd have to go back and listen to Monday. If we did not wish you happy birthday, Mary Blue, happy birthday, hun. Happy birthday to all of our August Virgos. We're getting ready to roll into September Virgo season soon. But it's all Virgo season, guys. But our August Virgos, happy birthday, huns. We love you and hope that you enjoy Virgo season because we're going to be celebrating every day. Okay. So yes. Like I said, I was taken aback, honestly. I really was. It threw me. It really did. And I'm not gonna lie. Why did it bother me so much? Fran, it wasn't you. It's been me. And no, it wasn't me. But I think honestly, I felt shell shocked. Okay. And I think maybe some of you could have admittedly been so. Um, and it's a shock. Just like when you see something on TV and people are having a fight, we can't get so jaded by things that we get desensitized. Hi, Yanni. Good morning. We can't get so desensitized to things like when we see these fights, when we see the police stop someone and someone has been assaulted or somebody has been taken out too soon because somebody is itchy with a trigger finger or makes assumptions or all of those things. Like, we can't become so desensitized to, because maybe they deserved it. What were they doing? I mean, I think oftentimes, sometimes when things happen, sometimes people are like, well, what were they doing? No, let's focus in on somebody lost their life, somebody was hurt, somebody got an injustice, somebody was humiliated, somebody was assaulted, somebody was accosted. Let's at least zero for a second on the victim, just to acknowledge it happened, to not try to gather information to justify or to dismiss, right? And I'm not saying any one person did that. I'm just speaking in general at this moment. Again, Olivia knew way too much for, no, we're talking in the past, Brandy, hun. So it's not a wait, what happened? It's wait, we're just talking about it. It's like a Monday morning after the Super Bowl, right? But it's Thursday after Mamageddon, okay? You see what I'm like? Some people have actually even forgotten about it. But I guarantee you, whoever has had their business trashed, whoever is having to repair relationships, whoever is having to explain, like, let's just say, I'm not going to look overarching. If you talk about some bullshit that's going on in your marriage or your relationship, your boyfriend girlfriend situation with an outsider, there could be conversations going on like, why would you tell so and so that? Like, that's between me and you. I didn't call anybody and tell anybody about that. Like, sometimes there's just information that's between you and your husband. Radio running that mouth. Now, I don't know what's going on between Chrissy and her man. At the end of the day, I know for me personally, I would have some splaining to do if I told the intimate goings on of my relationship with my husband to a friend that blasted it on the internet, even Facebook. Let's say it wasn't YouTube, but let's just say it was my personal Facebook with like my hometown friends, my aunts and uncles, and my cousins, and someone decided to just like bleh, and tell all my business because she was pissed at me. Okay. Or another friend, two friends, but one decided to speak up for the other one who has decided that she's been a victim to me, whatever. But anyway, at the end of the day, the fallout from telling all of this, the footprint, you know, have you ever gotten pissed off at work and gone home and took it out on your mate or your children or gave someone the finger in traffic? Like, that doesn't die very quickly. When someone when negativity is delivered, it has an effect. That's why I don't watch, like, if you look, no matter how much I say I'm in the bushes, I don't say I'm in the bushes everywhere. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not in the bushes in places that people are trashing me. That being said, the reason why, because it affects me. Why I'm not gonna do that, right? What I realized is that a session like that, it had an effect on me. It did. And I was mad for Chrissy yesterday. Like, girl, why would you there? Now, it wasn't her fault, but I had to think about it because I was like, gosh, I mean, it had an effect on me. It really did. And I stand in what I said. Um, I felt bad for her because you're signing your biggest contract. I wouldn't be acknowledging that bitch. No way, no how. Period. So I just said in like 30 second, like half a second, however long it took me, I wouldn't acknowledge. Period. But everybody makes their own choices and everybody makes their own decisions. And I'm just a bystander and I'm watching and I was just giving my opinion. Okay. Um, that being said, again, negativity is, um, you know, it is what it is, but I think it's also it's perception, because what's negative to some people feel rap music is negative, right? Remember, once upon a time, people felt like rap music was just the worst, period. It was negative. It was promoting this. It was promoting that. At the end of the day, I think overarchingly, um, the tides have changed, right? People don't necessarily feel like rap as a whole is negative. Some people just do. Some people feel like certain things are negative. You couldn't say anything to some people about our last president. They were like, done. All you have to say is his name and it just makes you feel away, right? So, but there's some people who he was the best thing that ever happened, right? Um, are you going to convince and change minds? Maybe. My job is not, I don't take up that banner to change minds. Um, period. And if that's what happens, it happens, but that's not what I'm here to do. Um, but in the sense that making clear that negativity is, it's subjective and it's what you hold to it. Now, could it be constructive criticism? But if you are someone who can't take it, you can't take it. um my thing is the lies or the exposing. It's one thing, you know, she's a bitch, she's nasty, she did whatever you throw right, but the lies, it's the lies for me. That's number one. And it's the exposing. Now, Jasmine, it was awful. It was awful. And the things that I look, you can't repeat some of those things and not repeat, like, not that we're babies, but it was just things that somebody told you out of absolute trust. Um, so it is what it is. And I think everybody, I hope, learned a lesson, whether it was, whatever it was. I'm not going to give you the lessons learned. That's for you guys, and I don't want to influence that, of what the lessons should be, and even make an inference of that I could even be conveying that. At the end of the day, I hope everyone got a takeaway from that event, whether it was, I'm going to consume a little less social media, or I'm going to um take that with a grain of salt, or I'm going to make sure I watch both sides, or whatever it was, whatever it is. If you got a positive takeaway from it, all the negativity, and you got one positive takeaway, good. Because I had to dig deep to get a positive takeaway to be able to come today and be positive, because I don't want to be a negative source in the morning for you guys. I really don't. And it's for me too. If I'm negative to like a commentary, and sometimes shit's gonna just not be good, right? Sometimes there's bad days. Let's acknowledge that. However, we don't have to. One, I'm coming with a list, okay? Shouts out to Amber. Amber loves when she hears the notebook or when I say I've got a list, okay? So shouts out to Amber. I don't see her today, but Amber, I know you'll be on the replay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello and welcome. Number one, you don't have to spread negativity. Again, negativity is subjective. So if this commentary, if this platform is not for you, then it's not for you. You might think it's negative, and that's fine. Some people find this quite positive and they enjoy it, and that's them. So but wherever you fall, wherever you are, negativity is not necessarily something that needs to be on the forefront, right? We also, one takeaway for me, so number two takeaway is don't be around people that criticize you all the time. Jasmine spoke about the fact that everybody calls her slow, or she's had to hear that a lot all through her life, and people call her slow, they call her all kinds of names, radio, whatever, and I get it. I get it. Me personally, change the optics, rebrand. I mean, look, at the end of the day, there are people here who are going to be convinced that, look, radio, radio, radio. Now, is that nice? Absolutely, it's not nice. Or is she getting a rib? Yes. It was funny. Someone sent me a screenshot. I guess Jasmine posted some old footage, maybe of her graduating. Was it for college? She wrote something. Jasmine says I don't spell check. But sent me a screenshot. And she commented, and she said, I didn't graduate for college. I graduated from college. Okay, fine. She went back and corrected it. But oh no, someone corrected her. And I think someone also commented and said, people are not curious as to if you graduated from college. It was just that they offered you a teaching assignment teaching math, that you were offered a job teaching math. Y'all, let me tell you something. Jasmine, I think, is the type of person, she spelled it collage. I'm sorry. IDGAF, I'm sorry. IDGAF, I don't know if you've ever met before. I don't give 0 fucks, $0, okay? But you two meet each other, okay? Both of you are in the chat at the same time, okay? So if you feel that you are criticized all the time, you need to exit yourself from that chat, or you need to exit yourself from that. I think Jasmine is at a place in a space. Good morning, Gina. Good morning. Good morning. So IDGAF has self-identified as Gina. So I think that she's at a place and space where she just looks for the criticism because she's accepted it as part of her life, part of her walk. Plenty of people who aren't book smart have college degrees. Absolutely. Absolutely. Guys, we had a poll, and I'm going to do this really quick so I can clear my screen because it takes over my screen. 257 people voted. Toxic friendships on YouTube, part of the culture. Okay, but don't mess with me and my fave. It's entertainment. Was that even real? Okay. At the bottom, we have it's okay, but don't mess with me and my fave at 13%. 19%, it's part of the culture. So we're just kind of accepting it because that's what we do here, right? 27% was like, was that a skit? Was that real information? Whatever real meant to you when you answered that question, I did not specify, but was that even real? So was that a skit? Was it the shits? Was it the show? Was someone throwing salt in the game? However you want to see, was that even real? Okay. And then it's entertainment, 41%. Yes, it's entertainment, but honestly, some of this entertainment is truly people's lives. There's no doubt in my mind that Jasmine and Chrissy are no longer friends. Period. What was the level of their friendship? Well, how deep was it? Yes, Chrissy dropped all her tea and needed a confidant and gave her all of her information, and that would appear to be a trusted friend. But sometimes you just need to get stuff out, and sometimes you just need to have someone listen. So I don't necessarily equate that with you were in the privy circle. You were someone who was privy to some information. um she says that you were her best friend, so okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. And back and vice versa, and ditto, okay? Um and but entertainment for you guys, understand that when someone is being drug about their kid or their husband or their sex life or whatever, no, they shouldn't have put that information out. Unfortunately, maybe they shouldn't have trusted that person, whatever the case or scenario might be. But at the end of the day, that really is their real life. Like when they turn off the reaction to whoever, whatever happened, or make their video or respond or not respond, these people are going back to their real life. I'm sorry. Am I losing my voice again? If I'm losing my voice, you guys know that I've had a talked my ass off week. Okay. Y'all, I talked my ass off this week, kind of week. Okay. Um, Sometimes I feel like I have any of you guys Mac people out there who have a Magic Mouse, and I don't know if you can use Magic Mouse with other computers, but does your Magic Mouse freeze from time to time? Do I have a glitch in my Magic Mouse? Anyone who might know? Okay. So number one, if you want to rid yourself of toxicity or toxic people or being part of the toxic food chain, um, releasing yourself of the negativity. And again, I want to footnote that with it's subjective. So tomato, tomato, right? Criticize. You have to free yourself of people who criticize you all the time. You have to free yourself of people who waste your time. I'm just going to put that in YouTube terms, the trolls, the people who like to pop in the chat and say something nonsensical, but it's like just makes sense enough to get our attention that we stop what we're doing and we pay all of our attention to them, but they're really coming through on some fuck shit. Okay. Good morning, Camilla Sweden. Good morning. Good morning. Just Tiffany, everyone coming in. Skeely. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Pineapples. Pam Willis just shows what kind of friend Jazz is. Abso-freaking-lutely. So you don't want to deal with people who waste your time. And to me, those are trolls, period. Trolls can come in many forms and fashions, and trolls can probably be all of this. But specifically, trolls, when they drop in a chat and they say something salacious or fucking, excuse my language, just out of the blue, out of left field, they're coming to waste time. Okay. We need to rid people who are jealous of us. Now, how do you know when people are jealous of you? Honestly, to me, when I experience from a friend somebody who compares, or an associate, or somebody who comes in my sphere, and they make a decision to compare themselves against me, of which I am not comparing myself to you, and not in a kind of transactional setting, just kind of a, well, why is this or why is that or blah, blah, blah. Like if you're talking numbers or you're talking something, if we're doing a who wore it best, when you see three celebrities and they all basically rock the same outfit, yet no one's jealous of those three people. Okay. You can compare and contrast without being jealous, but there, jealousy when you see it. If someone is constantly benchmarking themselves against you, if they are, it makes you feel uncomfortable, right? You know it when you see it. You're always doing something different. Did you decorate again? What did you buy new? Are you at the store again? Okay. You know that friend. You can't even hardly enjoy your new dress because you're so lucky. Yes, Nubian Empress. Good morning. Thank you for entering the chat. I've never seen your name before. And welcome, 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 welcome to the chat. Welcome, guys. Don't forget to welcome Nubian Empress. Good morning. Rid yourself of the following, guys. That friend that calls to dump on you spreads negativity, right? Like, I'm feeling negative, so I'm going to call you and I'm going to dump all my negative feelings on you, right? And there's nothing wrong with that as a friend, but if that's every call, if I'm just like your trash can of listening to all your shit, okay. And I'm not inferring that to the friends that broke up, but we all know someone. You may have a friend that every time they call, it's something fucking negative. Can you tell me something good that happened in your life today? Rid yourself of that. Rid yourself of the friends that criticize you. Girl, I had a friend. I don't know if she's listening right now. And I don't mean had as in we're not friends anymore, but we've cooled off. And I'm going to say this. She used to call me shelf butt all the time. She used to call me shelf butt, and she used to criticize the gravitas of my ass. Okay. And it's not because she didn't have a booty. But I have a shelf. I got that slope. Okay. Um, and it is what it is. And I don't know. I became painfully aware of the shelf, the slope, that ass, through this friend who I love dearly to this day, period. But sometimes you take a friend break, right? Sometimes you're not like on it like you once were, right? And also we grow, we have different phases and spaces in our lives. But to me, she criticized me all the time. Now, was that jealousy? I don't know. But it was critical. It made me aware of something I was not aware of. It was not on my list of items that I had negative self-talk about you know what I'm saying? And I still don't. But that was something that was a common occurrence of you got a big butt. Yes, that peach. Okay. Um, so low key, they criticize you all the time, low key, high key. So drops their negativity, often you like you're a trash can, criticizes you all the time. People that waste your time. Girl, I'm coming over at 8:00 and they don't fucking show up. Or some guy that you're dating and he's like, okay, I'm gonna slide through around 11:30. Make sure you got something sexy on. And you wake up at 3:00. Girl, that cell phone never rang and that doorbell never rang. Okay. Or he promised he was going to let's meet up on Saturday. We're going to go roller skating. We've never gone out on a date. All we do is smash. And all you get are promises and no delivery. Don't deal with people who waste your time. Okay. Let's ixnay on the jealousy. Okay. Let's not give any shine. Let's not give any time to our friends that say, you're so lucky, you're doing so well. Nubian Empress came through and dropped that reel on the friend that low key is kind of jealous of you. I wish I had this, or I hope my time comes soon. At the end of the day, acknowledge it, soak it in, don't repeat it more than once okay. Let's go ahead and say bye-bye to our friend that plays the victim all the time. I'm sorry, I don't have time for the pity party. I just want a fun party. Can we raise the roof? Can we have a good time? Can we have fun? I don't want to go meet a good girlfriend and we are crying at the Waffle House over some fuck shit, or we're trying to think about the dismal past and not thinking about the awesome future. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't always want to have a pity party. We don't want the victim friend. Yes, we have friends that have been victimized, and we have friends that have a right to feel bad. I am sure that whether Strong Mommy Chrissy was mad or not yesterday, or sad yesterday, or pissed yesterday, she had a right to it. Okay, period. If somebody comes and serves you up and tries to put you on the dinner table, you have a right to be mad. You have a right to be pissed. All of that. But those of us who are resilient, those of us who use our emotional intelligence, those of us who know this is on some bullshit and you're just trying to feel better about yourself because you stay in this zone, yet you're not going to transfer that shit to me. So yeah, boom. So the people that play victim, like, and I'm talking victim, not just were victimized in a moment in time, like what we witnessed, but people that are just the eternal. Well, people always say this about me. People always say that about me. Nothing ever works out. I just have bad luck. I never seem, I could do this, but I just haven't done that. It's always a freaking problem, right? Yes, ma'am, Camilla Sweden. Yes, you are correct. Don't care. Okay. Olivia, I would say, is probably that friend that doesn't care. Olivia, and it's been said up and down the YouTube streets, I am not a doctor. I am not diagnosing somebody with narcissistic disorder, but we see the narcissism. And most narcissists do not care about you. Okay. They don't care about you. They're going to give you a reason why it's your fault. Let me drop this line because we got about 30 minutes. And I want to drop the line. If anybody, Marsuita, good morning, my dear. Good morning. She needs to be her own crossing guard, ma'am. Yes. The best work you can do. Well, could I tell you something? The other day, someone said about Keisha Anderson, isn't she in therapy? Let me tell you something. There are good therapists and there are bad therapists, right? And just because a therapist keeps you in therapy doesn't mean that they're not a good therapist. However, you have to, when you have a therapist, you have to understand their philosophy, because there are some people who believe that you can, very quickly, not quickly, like it has to be a certain amount of time, but within I can help you get through this. Or, okay, you've lived a lifetime of trauma and you're deep in psychosis and you are a very damaged individual. No one's going to tell you that, but that's what they're writing in their folder. We need to check your insurance, and you need to make sure you keep some, because we're going to have a long road. There's going to be some years. There's some people who might check into and go to therapy and they get 2 sessions and they are good. They got some great advice. They thought about some things and they were fixed quickly. Everyone does not need long extended therapy. So number 1, need. Number 2, there's just people out there who, as long as you want to come back, they're booking an appointment, and it doesn't make them unethical. It doesn't make them not a professional. But if you feel that you want to sit and talk to a therapist, you might not be working out some shit, but you are working out some shit. Maybe you just need a safe place to go talk. So we don't know what kind of therapy Keisha Anderson is in at the moment. Is she working shit out? Does she think she's already figured it out? Is she what she's actually the goal and the focus of her current therapy? But yeah, just because she's in therapy doesn't mean that everybody, like all therapists are not like Iyanla Van Zant, and she's in the realm of a life coach and spiritual healer, and she is focused on outcomes. And when you come see her, she's trying to make shit happen. And if you have roadblocks and obstacles and you want to do a damn, million-mile race of hurdles and chutes and ladders and all of those things, yeah, she's probably not going to be the one, because she focuses on outcomes and is trying to help create change. Guys, we have a caller.
Good morning. How are you doing?
How are you?
I am awesome as usual. And how are you? Oh, good morning to the chat
I'm
as
doing
well.
great. I had to refocus. I had to get back into me and not into this world and of the YouTube streets. I had to get back into, the divine within me and get my, because that's where I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to get my happy back. And I realized I had stepped out of my happy a little bit. So I had to, and I had to get reset. And sometimes it's reading. sometimes it's listening. You know, like you got yesterday. I took a little bit of a YouTube Streets break, to be honest, and it helped me.
Yes, I realized that I missed
Mm.
you, and
Aw,
I
thank
was
you.
saying because honestly, I am usually in the bushes,
Yes,
truth be
ma'am.
told.
Yes.
But I oh girl, I just wanted to say something, and my view may differ from a number of people, but I just want to say this. I think that Jasmine may have said some things to Olivia. I think a number of things that Olivia said were hyped up just for impact,
Mm-hmm.
especially the aspect where she spoke about Chrissy saying that she called Jasmine crying because her boyfriend would not perform fellatio or fellatio on her.
Mm-hmm.
I find that not believable that you would pick up the phone and call someone and say, "Oh, my boyfriend is not performing fellatio on me because I don't smell good." And I think that was a lot of what Olivia said were things that were said about her, and tried to place them on Chrissy. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Some of
So
it may be
she was
true.
deflecting. She was deflecting
Exactly,
some of her
exactly,
negativity.
exactly,
She was paralleling her situation of a man with a problematic past and
exactly,
choosing men with problematic past and putting that off on Chrissy. Chrissy's never said she
exactly.
was perfect, and she knows. Like she's like, you know what I mean? Like I would say if Chrissy were writing, I
Yep,
know, but that's my
yep.
business, that's my choice. So Olivia, who does not own her shit, to say that's my business, that's my choice, I can respect that's my business, that's my choice. Because at the end of the day, I'm not living in that house. That's her business. That's her choice. That's her man.
You
That's her
put it
boo.
you put it so succinctly. Exactly. Not only that, I watched Olivia, and I'm going to tell you, people said it was evil. It wasn't evil. It was evil to an extent. The crux of the matter is she wanted to take Chrissy down, to drop her down a few pegs because she kept
Mm-hmm.
saying, "You think you're so much. You think that you know." That was something that was echoed repeatedly by Olivia. This thing where she wanted to take Chrissy out,
It was
and
like a humiliation. That's how
exactly,
I felt. It felt humiliating.
exactly. You got it. You got it. That was exactly what I saw, and it hurt me from the point of view as a woman.
It
There's
hurt me
certain
too. I'm gonna be honest. It hurt.
exactly.
It hurt. It made me mad. Honestly, it hurt.
Yeah.
I hurt for Chrissy yesterday,
Yeah.
even though it may have come out like, look, at the end of the day, I felt it hurt. It bothered me.
Yes.
I was almost like, girl, you're the senior in this crew. You're the strong mommy Chrissy. Everybody acknowledges you've been on here for 11. Like, girl, why didn't you get offline? It's like when Keisha was
I
online for
agree.
4 hours. It's like, Keisha, what are you doing for 4 hours? Why are you calling people that you don't fuck with, admittedly, and don't fuck with you? Why are you why is this all happening? It
I
was
agree.
bothersome.
But what makes my heart fill with joy, and I'm so elated, is the fact that Liv stayed online for several hours. She was unable to send her children to school the next day. And what she has done, in essence, is give Gerard fodder to take to court, because
Right.
in making Chrissy, or attempting to make Chrissy look bad, what you did, you had the cute. I love that little girl, by the way. She is so gorgeous. Riot, right?
The
Is it
baby,
Riot? Love her.
she's so sweet.
Yeah, she's a
Yeah.
sweetie. She had that child on her chest, and she was screaming and ranting and raving. In addition to that, the children were up. I think it was well past 11 on a school night, and as I indicated to you, the next day they were unable to attend school, allegedly because they were unwell. But at the end of the day, I'm hoping that Chrissy learned a valuable lesson. A secret should be told to yourself and your mirror. It should never be told to other persons, especially persons who, as you have indicated, have nothing to lose. I believe
Nothing.
you and TMR would have indicated that as well. Olivia has nothing to use because she's been dragged up and down the YouTube streets. Jazz has nothing to use and lose, and they also wanted to take the focus off of themselves and place it on Cricky because now Chrissy, because Chrissy's now the reactor's darling, allegedly. And that's really, I
Well,
don't
low
want to.
key, they said she actually likes reaction videos. And we knew her mom was watching back when everything was happening last year. We know Miss Cassandra was sitting up there telling Chrissy what was going on.
Yeah.
She would come in the bathroom, and I could swear she was one of the
Yes.
ones who said TMR just came on.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Or maybe it was Mama Dukes. I'm not sure, but maybe her mom
Yeah.
said, she said something. It was like, oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
Well, so we know who the person is who is in charge of watching the reactions. Okay, we
Yes.
got it. And that's okay. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like, every reaction is not a tear your ass up, tear your ass down. But I just think
Exactly.
that for the most part, honestly, they're not something that you should try to consume, even if it's girl, you hung the moon and you created the
Yes.
stars. Because even sometimes a lot of the positivity can even go to your head.
It's true.
So not necessarily, it's still in the negative, but in the puffed up way
Yeah.
rather than the deflated way. So like a lot of Hollywood people always say, yeah, I don't read my press for whatever reason, whether it's good or bad, because they don't want to be influenced, like to think that they're way better or that
Yes.
they're, or to take them down. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, but yeah, it was not good. It was low down. It was low
Yes.
down. The first round, I think, was on par with what we've seen many times, but that second round,
Correct.
really felt like, are you trying to break them up? Like, whatever was said was said. But if Rod confided in Chris, man to man, because maybe he feels he's on an island and maybe he doesn't have any friends, you know, and maybe as a brother in this YouTube watching my woman thing, that they can relate on a level that maybe other men can't, that don't have a woman on social media and dealing with the bullshit that a lot of us deal with. Maybe they had a moment.
I
Chris
highly
and
doubt
Rod,
that.
not that they're best friends, but they may have been able to relate on a moment that you both have women who are on social media and this is some bullshit and it's unfortunate. Maybe they
Okay.
need to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
however they related to each other, men are different from us and they can get together on a whole nother level.
True.
And not that they're friends, maybe they are, but maybe they connected on some, you know, this shit is ridiculous, or this is that social media, you
Yeah.
know, I'm a handle mine over here, and you know, whatever, like whatever's whatever, but you got a problem with me, just give me a call. Like, let's talk direct. Let's not do this through the computers anymore, kind of thing, because um we got to support these ladies. Who knows how it went. I
Yeah.
hope it was positive.
I want to ask a question because you obviously, I'm not from your country. Why is it such an issue if, as a friend, and you have a need and you say, okay, could you spot me $10? Could you spot me 20? Why was that an issue? Because if you said you're sisters, have you ever loaned your sister money or a friend? Fran?
I have loaned a friend money and I will never talk about it. It's not a big deal. And I'm not going to make it a big deal by talking about it. Have I ever loaned my sister's money? I have borrowed money from a sister, but it's been a long time. I mean, it's been probably a decade and a half. Like, it's been a long time since I've had to borrow money from my sister. However, of course, I borrowed money from my sister, and I probably was the age that they are at this moment. Now I'm 50. I should not be
Yeah.
calling my sister's ass for anything. So when I was probably in my 20s or 30s, yeah, but I'm a grown up now. So no, it's not a big deal. And okay, so part of the culture, I think that's more of a YouTube culture. Everybody
Oh.
in your community is not going to necessarily know that you borrowed $20, right?
Hmm.
Stuff happens, and emergencies happen.
Yeah.
However, on the YouTube, clearly these are people that are not friends. These are
Yeah.
people who it was very situational, whether they were friends or not.
Hmm.
Because even, I don't know if you're watching the Keisha Realm, but no
No.
matter what, Hazel happened with Hazel. There's a friend, Hazel,
Yeah.
and her and Ashley broke friendship. Hazel, even Hazel heard that Ashley was talking crap about her.
Hmm.
Hazel has stayed steady and kept it classy. They're not
Okay.
friends, and she didn't go into any detail. And that is a quality I admire in someone. And I think
Yeah.
that that is the best way to go out because honestly, to me, I don't have lots of friends. And the friends that I have, I keep. The friends that I have, I've known for decades and decades, 20 and 30 years. I'm still friends with people from first, second, third grade. I've known people my whole life. I don't lose people out of my life. And even if we have a break, in friendship for whatever thing. I don't even call like I'm not friends with you anymore. It's even hard for me to say. I like if we take a break, I'm not going to dog that person.
Yeah.
Now, maybe I might discuss like, oh, this happened, that happened. I was unhappy or this kind of was bad. Maybe I had to get additional skills. Maybe I needed to not be a doormat. Maybe they needed to not be a door. Like whatever the
Yeah.
problem was, you fixed it. And if it's worth being a friend, you're a friend. But to me, honestly, my opinion, this was a friendship built on some shaky ground.
Yeah.
I think the culture in YouTube is that we are collecting receipts, right? And I think that was
Oh.
just a receipt that could be dropped to take Chrissy's crown off her head that you're not a boss
Oh.
bitch if you're borrowing $20 because you borrowed $50 from Olivia. Now you borrowed
Uh.
$20. So, girl, what is going on? And I mean, honestly, I think to all of us out here in the sector, it's like, girl, what's going on that you got to borrow $20? Like,
Yeah.
what's $20 going to do? Yes, $20 will buy you gas. $20 can buy you some rice and some bread and some vegetables to make dinner. Like maybe
Yeah.
you were waiting on a check. I mean, $20 can do a lot. It's not a lot of money, but for a woman, and this is being judgmental with 9 children, girl, you got to always have $100, period.
Yeah.
And what came up a lot in the comments section yesterday was what happened to this envelope system that you did and
Oh
made a video
yes.
about with all of this cash, all of this
Yes.
emergency money that you were envelope stuffing. I got probably 5 comments on that asking where's Chrissy's envelope system, and it's not to be judgmental and it's
Yeah.
not to be shady. I didn't take it that way. She might take it that way. I think it's a valid question just from a standpoint of if you were encouraging us to do this,
Yeah.
where did it fail for you? Did it fail for you? Did you forget? Like sometimes I forget I've got cash in the house, to be honest, because that's money that I
Wow.
don't want to touch. So did the system fail? Did you find that you weren't able to keep it up? Just maybe give us an update. And it's not to be critical, but we are all in the same struggle. No matter how much
Yes.
money you have or don't have, we are all mommies who need to have money on deck, want to buy
Yes.
nice things, do stuff for our kids, and feed our families. So if you created a system, like where did it fail? Is it still working? Are you trying? She doesn't have to tell us about the $20, whether she borrowed it or not. Um, at the end of the day, I would be interested to know, even just to follow up on that, but she doesn't have to. I mean, at the end of the day, but
Yeah.
that was a lot. See, when you open the door to your finances, people are going to ask you about your finances. They're going to be critical to you of your finances. So I
Yeah.
think that's another thing. So I don't know, maybe 3, 4 reasons why it was a big deal. But Marsweeta, if I loaned you $20, honestly, it would not end up on the YouTube streets. I would not talk about it because to me, I'm the type of person that it would make me feel. I would feel like that would make me look bad talking about it
Exactly.
before it makes you look bad for borrowing it.
Exactly.
Because if I'm your friend, why? And I didn't. Also, I believe in being a cheerful giver. If I don't want to loan you
Exactly.
money, I'm not going to give it to you. So,
Exactly.
was I truly a cheerful giver? And when I gave you that money, was I loaning to you with contempt to harbor a receipt to one day use against you? That is
Yeah.
not how I operate. And so I would not do that.
Another thing, and this is just the final thing because I don't want to take up
No,
the
you're
entirety.
awesome. You're asking amazing questions as usual.
Okay, thank you. I want to ask a question. Finally, do you think that this has shown that Jasmine is not as dumb or slow or as, how do I say, forgiving as we thought? Do you see the vindictive side of her?
Absolutely. She is so dumb. I don't think she's not like she's not look, I'm going to just be honest here, and this
Yeah.
is she's not a scholar. I'm going to put it like that. She's not a scholar, all right?
Yeah.
You know how people say you're a scholar and a gentleman? She's not a gentlewoman. She's not
Yeah.
she didn't keep it classy. By dropping all of Chrissy's tea. She shouldn't have dropped any, but dropping her tea was really terrible, especially to her enemy.
Exactly.
So vindictive, yes. Cunning or sly like a fox. I don't think she's smart enough to be calculating. I think
Okay.
she is knee jerk. You did this to me. I'm going to do this to you. I think she's reacting. And I think
Oh,
she reacted to the situation. And I think that she has a mean streak because she was mad and she was like, we can meet out in the like she was ready to fight.
yeah.
Who wants to fight? Who wants to put your
Exactly.
hands on a friend? Especially you're pregnant, but pregnancy aside, who does like I would never like I never can understand like sisters fighting.
Yeah.
That's something that actually probably would make me cry, seeing sisters fight, or experiencing like say my sister came for my neck or something.
Yeah.
I would probably just fall out because that's crazy to me. So yeah, I don't the fighting Chrissy thing was like, Jasmine girl, ain't nobody listening. That's cuckoo crazy. That's cuckoo
No.
crazy. Girl, what are you
Exactly.
talking about? Like, number one, you're pregnant, and that Chrissy's not coming to fight you.
Nope.
She feels sorry for you. She's still loving on you from a distance, even though she knows that you are foolishness on foolishness. She's putting you out because, like I was saying, but like with these toxic, my little toxic list,
Yes.
Jasmine likes to play victim. She likes
Yes.
to play victim, and Chrissy would not fall for the okie doke to allow Jasmine to be. Who's going to fight a pregnant woman who was
Exactly.
your ex sister best friend? Like, that's a setup for the okie doke. Like, come on, girl. So that's where the
Yes.
dumb comes in. Like, girl, you come on. Come on. But Jasmine, is she playing a little bit? Yeah, I don't think Jasmine is as slow, but she's not smart. She's not smart.
Hmm.
She's not smart.
Yeah,
So I think,
because
yeah.
she's. I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt. Very
No,
rude of
you're
me.
fine. I'm
Forgive.
sorry. Mhm.
No, the thing is that Jasmine does not think the next logical step, which is unusual for a Virgo, because Virgos tend to be very, they're very, I don't want to say calculating because there's a negative connotation associated with
Right.
that.
Hmm.
They are very precise persons, they're very specific, and she does not exude full Virgo qualities to me.
No, she lacks self-awareness.
Exactly. Exactly.
She lacks self-awareness. Um, which I've got some opinions on that. In terms of, I think I think when Jasmine says stuff like, I wanted to cry so bad. Who says that? A woman. Like, when you want to cry so bad, girl, you crying. So
Exactly.
she's somebody who suppresses her feelings.
Ah,
Her
yes.
feelings come out in toxic ways. If you're not going to
Yes.
cry, if you're not going to let it out, you're going to let it out a different way. So she suppresses her negative energy. It's got to come out some kind of way. It comes out in negativity. It comes out in jealousy. It
Yes.
comes out in criticizing herself all the time. It comes out in someone who cannot hit a goal to save her life. So she sets
Wow.
goals. She's a Virgo in that sense. She's setting a goal, but girl, the commitment to yourself is zilch because there's
Exactly.
always something she allows to get in her way. She plays
Yes.
victim. She surrounds herself with people who either don't care or become uncaring because
Yes.
of her attitude.
Yes.
She is self-centered. I'm finishing my list. Number 7, she is self-centered. And she is always disappointed. So she
Yes.
has expectations on others. So she comes to the party expecting something. So in your friendship with Jasmine, she's expecting something from you. Well, you're supposed to be this. You're supposed to be
Oh,
that. You should do this. You should do that. You didn't protect me. I protected you. Da 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 da. Like all
yes.
of this. Like, bitch, can I just live? Can I live?
Yes.
Can I just be? Oh, but Olivia came to the party with guns blazing. She came out for me,
Yes.
self-centered. Olivia delivering. Olivia's just being used like she wanted to use Chrissy. Okay. Like that's
Exactly.
basically like Jasmine has been exposed. At the end of the day, what trying to expose Chrissy, which Chrissy was like, I don't care. And I was talking to one of my YouTube sisters about this the other day. I said, you know what? When people expose you, when people put my name out on the YouTube streets, or you're not a first wife, you're a like all the dumb things they want to expose. I said, I feel free because I wasn't trying to hide anything. But now since you put out stuff I wasn't even really trying to hide, I'm free.
Exactly.
Go find you something. What else? What else? What else? Did I eat a Big Mac yesterday? Like what? What is it? Come hither, come forth, come tell it. What did I do? Where was I caught at? What was I doing? Tell it. Go tell it. So the exposure doesn't feel good. It's like coming out the bathroom and your dress is tucked into your panties and everybody sees that you just came out the bathroom. But what did they see? They saw the back of your legs and they saw you got underwear on.
Exactly. Well,
Okay.
hopefully.
And shame on you. Yeah, shame on the person that doesn't tell you, fix your dress. Fix your
Exactly.
dress. Shame on that person. But at the end of the day, who said that the other day? Someone said it's like coming out the bathroom and maybe you got your period and nobody tells you.
Oh,
I was listening to
yes.
someone on the YouTube streets and they gave that analogy and I was just like, okay, maybe like come out the bathroom and you got toilet paper on your shoe or you tucked your dress into your undies.
Yeah.
But yeah, the period situation works because it's all happened to us as young
Exactly.
ladies that
Exactly.
and just didn't expect. You got your white jeans on, you went to the white party and Aunt
Oh,
Flo
God.
came to visit and you're like,
Yes.
uh-oh. But yeah, that friend that can tell you anything. You got the poppy seed in the middle of your tooth, or you've got a piece of spinach stuck to your teeth or whatever. But yeah, Jasmine is all kinds of wrong. She really is.
Yes.
And I think that she's been exposed for the woman that she actually is.
Exactly.
And outside of the negative relationship between the two of them, really, I think that Jasmine is the loser in all of this, and Chrissy continues to win. Honestly,
Exactly.
I think that as long as she, honestly, in my opinion, she needs to stay away from these two. Like, period.
Yes.
When she said, "I haven't had any negativity. I haven't had anyone bring up my name in your chat." She said this a week or two ago, in over a month. When she started addressing Jasmine last week, she should have left
Yes.
it that way. I was like, "Girl, don't do it. Don't do it." Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's asking about it. Jasmine's goading you and you addressed it and she continued and continued. Sometimes I don't think Jasmine was sitting there trying to set Chrissy up, but Jasmine is on a negative spiral
Yes.
and she was like, "Oh, I'm getting something. My Chrissy's back. Even though it's not what I wanted, it's what I'm getting something."
Oh,
Yes, she gave her a piece of
okay.
bacon, Liz. Yes, like a little puppy dog. She gave a bacon treat. I don't know if that's what you meant, but that's what I'm using it for. She she gave Jasmine a little treat. And with a dog, you give them a treat, they want another treat, and then they want more
Exactly.
treats, and then they'll do some tricks, okay? Then they might bark at you.
It's
So
true.
when she took Jasmine off the shelf the other day, it's like she reactivated it. And it's not her fault, but put her back on the shelf. Put her in a closet and lock
Yes.
the door and let that go. That friendship is over. It's
Or
over
or
with the A.
definitely. Or
Yes.
definitely. And
Put
I'll
a
tell you
stamp on
what,
it.
I think dealing with Jasmine is stressful. I think it is tiring. And I think honestly, Chrissy had enough of her and she removed herself. And I think Chrissy Chrissy meant well in a way. I think honestly she did.
Yeah, I
And
don't think she
hence
meant any ill will.
exactly. Hence her trying to guide. Jasmine didn't see it as guiding. She viewed it as someone trying to tell her what to do, which she does not want persons telling her what to do.
Well,
But all she
grow the
did,
fuck up then. Grow up.
exactly, she
Grow up. Stop.
replaced. Sorry, I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm sorry. That's my fault. Go ahead. Go ahead, Martina.
Yeah, she replaced Chrissy with a far more toxic Chris. And I'll tell you something about Chris.
Mm-hmm.
That last night, Jazz was on her live early in the morning. Chris only came out of the room when she said, Chris does not hit me. He came and sat on the sofa next to her. And I
He took
replayed
his
it
position.
exactly.
He clocked in.
Exactly.
Say something else.
Exactly. So Jasmine surrounds herself with people who control her, whether she sees it or not. And Liv is controlling her because Liv in her live yesterday said as well, I'm going to tell the reactors not to react to me. And unfortunately, Jazz is going to be up to you because they only speak about you or me. And she is again placing Jazz under the bus. And Jazz does not realize those who meant her well, she has been alienated from. And I don't know what's going to happen to that girl with Chris and Olivia at the helm. I don't know.
What Jasmine also has to, so yes, Chris took his position. Chris clocked in. Chris took like a power play. Not only to me, the power seat would have been take your ass back to sleep. She knows how to handle things. If you're managing that ass right, you didn't have to clock in.
Yeah.
But because you don't trust her, you sat next to her to make sure she didn't make a wrong move. And then you wanted to secure your role as a man.
Exactly.
But securing your role as a man is you is staying in bed and let the women manage their own business. Okay. So that was a weak move, period. But it just showed what their relationship is.
Exactly.
And Jasmine needs to grow up. If you see people elevating around you and you are jelly because you want to do the same things, then make the sacrifices and handle your business. Now, it might look like whatever, all that glitters is not gold. At the end of the day, Chrissy has to have a certain size house. She has a certain size family.
Exactly.
So yes, they could pile into something smaller, but I think a family of 11 living in a 4-bedroom house is probably just about right. There's nothing wrong with that. It's very appropriate. You see some of these large families in 5 and 6, 7-bedroom homes, because that's what makes sense when you got 10 kids. That's a large that's a large house for me with 1 kid and 2 dogs and a husband. But for 12 people, people need a place to think too. Now, if you can afford, you get what you can afford. Okay.
Exactly.
But now Jasmine has to stop sitting on the corner and playing Captain Envious. If you want some stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The people that love to, and I'm just going to put myself in this for a second, the people that love to discredit me, to say that I have what I have because I got an inheritance. My mom and dad died 4 years ago. I've been owning a home. This home we've been in for 2 years. And my home before that, I purchased 14 years prior to us buying this house. Okay. 16 years. So there was no inheritance 16 years ago, but people want to be able to diminish or discredit your accomplishments.
Exactly.
Because they can't figure out how a dumb bitch like you did something that they seem to not be able to do. Now, how a not dumb bitch like me, who's very smart and who has been on her shit since she hit the ground running and had to, I have been doing what I'm supposed to do. I make my money. I save my money. I pay my bills. I get my credit. I did this. I did that. Whatever the case might be. Whatever I did is what I did. Whatever you do is what you do. But people try to create stories and scenarios revolving around why you couldn't rather than why can you? I can and I will. Rather than taking it as motivation, they take it as it's contempt. And Jasmine, I don't sees her friend's success as motivation. I think she sees it as separation or competition. Olivia sees competition because she talks about competition a lot. Listen to what people talk about, and that's what's on their mind. If people are talking about being competitive, if people are talking about being shady and manipulative, that's probably what's on their mind. If people are talking about being a victim, then victim is what's on their mind. People are talking about sex. That's why I'm like, she's horny. When I'm saying she's horny, I'm not just trying to be salacious or use horny one more time. Guys, can I use horny every day? No. If you have a woman in front of you who is constantly talking about sex, constantly rubbing her body, constantly being sexual, she's horny.
Exactly.
Maybe you guys are not horny because you've got a man, or you have centered yourself with what's important. And at this time, maybe sex is not important to you. So it's not at the forefront. Olivia is a woman who is sexual. At a certain time last year, Chrissy was very sexual. Starla Omega, that whole time, she was very focused on sexuality. Okay. And it was coming out. You can see Chrissy is focused on other things. Whether she is still very sexual or not, it's not what she's presenting to us.
Exactly.
Okay. So what Jasmine always seems to clock in on is some victim shit. Some feel bad for me. Woe is me.
Yes.
I don't have enough. No energy. Deflated.
Yes.
Like, just, you know, like, whether she knows it or not, girl, you're the type of person that people feel sorry for. And quiet as kept, your community is starting to not feel sorry for feeling sorry for you anymore. Like, they don't care. People are starting to not care. And that's not good. Because it takes a lot of energy. There are some people who go to sleep worried at night about some of these people. Like, worried. So I've heard. Yes. Yes. You don't think Carol? You don't think when Olivia is up to her shenanigans and puts the phone down and it goes quiet, or she said enough things about Gerard at one place or time, or with Zolo, do you need me to call the police? There's people on the chat. Do you need us to call the police? Olivia, I'm in Tampa. I can be there in 10 minutes. Do you need me? Do you ever read these chats?
No, I'm sorry, don't.
Girl, am I lying in the chat?
Okay, let me check.
There are people who are worried about these women.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy.
And then mad. Yes. I mean, you felt the energy of upset and sad, and for Chrissy, like, people, the energy comes through. So that energy for Jasmine, it comes through, and it's not good. It's toxic. It's toxic.
Yeah.
So honestly, guys, but Marsweeta, I gotta go. I got to get on my coin collecting.
Okay.
So I love you guys so much. Marsweeta, I love when you call in. You always have such an awesome perspective.
Thank you.
It's much appreciated out here on these YouTube streets and over here at Love Lies and Lace Fronts, BougieGang Gang. So we thank you so much for coming forward and asking some great thought-provoking questions to advance the conversation today.
Thank you. Have an awesome day. I'm out of here.
Yes, Marsweeta. Take care. Have a great day too.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, we'll see you later. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, guys, this has been an awesome conversation. You guys make my heart sing, and I appreciate all of the positivity. I appreciate the negativity, because in the right frame of mind, even negativity and toxicity, when you have emotional intelligence, critical thinking, and you are firm within yourself, you know how to take a look at it and be like, not today, Jesus, not today. Okay. You know how to handle that. Okay. So as grown adults, there's going to be lots of stuff that's going to happen to us, around us, for us, against us, whatever. But y'all, it's how we handle it, right? It's how we handle all of these situations. And I'm human, okay? And it is what it is. Keisha Payne, let me tell you, you give me so much energy. Keisha has a very personal walk that she talks about on her channel, and I love it. I was online at Cookout with my daughter. She wanted cheese fries, and I was listening to you the day before yesterday, I think it was, and you were talking about recovery and the ism rather than the ick, right? And I so appreciated that conversation, because at the end of the day, where we are weak, we are strong. Okay. And that comes from my favorite apostle of them all, which is Paul, who demonstrated such strength and wisdom throughout his life. And you guys know that I'm firmly rooted in my spirituality. So I hope that does not offend you, because it energizes me. And at the end of the day, guys, you guys give me a lot of positive energy, and I so appreciate it. And I just want to thank you. This week has been kind of a tough week, but I feel like I stretched and I grew. And I just want to thank you for what you give to me. And I hope I give you guys a little bit of that. So have an awesome day. I got to get back, put my other hat on, and just keep doing what I do. But I hope that you guys have an awesome day, and we will be back tomorrow. I promise to work on the birthday form and get the list popping for Tarot Card Bay. I think we're doing Saturday at 8:00. So I'm going to get a form list. So if you want to get a free reading from Tarot Card Bay and be lined up for her promotion that she's doing for Bougie Gang, and I think in a 9-card reading that she's going to do for you guys offline, go ahead and I will get that list set up. Okay, guys, have an awesome day, and we'll open the phone lines again tomorrow, and let's get all this out. And we will start next week fresh to death. Okay. But I will definitely open the call in much sooner on tomorrow. So you guys who did not get a chance today can go ahead and hit that button, hit that link and come through. Okay. Or we can just wish happy birthdays and all of that and just keep it moving. All right, guys, have an awesome day. Take care. And I will see you next time I turn this camera on. Bye. Welcome back to Love, Lies, and Lace Friends, where we do reactions, reviews, and commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. Guys, are you subscribed to this channel? If you're not, you need to be. Hit your notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a video, when I go live, and drop another video for you. Also, follow me on Instagram. That way you can keep up with what I'm doing, okay? If you enjoy channels like this and commentary, consider becoming a member. Otherwise, guys, Bougie Gang Gang, it's an open thing. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so you can participate in the chats. And I will see you next time I hit that live button. Okay? Take care. Bye. Hey guys, how are you?
You could be doing opposed to being on my page, bitch. Cause I ain't got nothing for you nothing ass bitches.
Tiffy, I don't know if you're still here, but happy birthday, hon. I don't know, you may have missed it, and I don't know if you saw it yesterday. Actually, the live from yesterday is on members. I'm going to go ahead and take it off members. But it is, I will put it back out there. Just anyone who missed it yesterday, you're more than welcome to go ahead and watch it at your convenience. But Tiffy baby, happy birthday, boo boo. I don't know if you, like I said, I don't know if you heard it yesterday. We wished you happy birthday, hun. But happy birthday. Okay. Take care. You guys have an awesome day. I'll see you later.